Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RICOH DTG Virtual Roadshow. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Hazel Mitchell, and I'm the National Sales Manager for RICOH Direct to Garment Division. First and foremost, before we get started, we hope all of you are staying safe and secure with your families during these times, especially since COVID-19 pandemic is still amongst us. More importantly, we also hope that you are staying positive during these times. We do know that you can spend your valuable time elsewhere, and yet you're here with us. So thank you very, very much for joining us once again. Now, why don't we go ahead and get started? Firstly, before we go ahead and jump into the program, I do want to mention that, and I'm sure all of you have already heard, but I am absolutely proud and excited to mention it again, that Anajet has officially merged as of June 1st with RICOH Printing Systems of America. We are now RICOH's Direct to Garment division, so super excited about this. We are, of course, stronger now more than ever, and the best thing is that you still have your same team here that can help you in any way that we can. Okay, so super excited about this announcement. Now, why don't we go ahead and just jump right into the presentation. Our agenda today is we're going to first talk about how to make money with direct to garment. We'll talk about a little bit about some small businesses, how they were affected, as well as how some small businesses were able to make that quick pivot during these times and what business decisions they had to make. Then we'll talk a little bit about where you can find some custom platens. And then we'll go straight into our t-shirt printing demonstration. Now, as we know, as I mentioned already, COVID-19 has definitely affected many, many small businesses, especially during these times. And everyone is trying to do their best to help in any way that they can. While we can't hide the economic hardships that's going on, I did find some really interesting facts on how small businesses are battling and having successes during these times. Now, what's interesting is that what I found out is that the U.S. Chamber of Commerce listed masks and mask makers businesses to be one of the fastest growing small businesses in the U.S. Now, of course, we know that it's for good reason. As a matter of fact, the wearing new masks now became our new normal. This is not just true, in the U.S., but it's actually true all over the world. Some countries actually have made masks a mandatory, that they have to wear these masks. Otherwise, fines are incurred. For example, in Europe, there's a $5,000 fine if you're caught without a mask in public. Now, we also know that many states in the USA are also making it mandatory to wear a mask in public, especially if you're in grocery stores or retail stores or malls as they start to open. Now, we know that there is a very, very high demand for masks. I mean, let's look at these numbers here. We see that in the world, there's 7.8 billion people in the world. United States alone has 330 million people. And of course, LA County, just in LA County, is that there's 10.4 million people just in LA County. Now, what's interesting is that when I was looking for facts, I found that the Department of Health and Human Services actually mentioned that in the United States, we only have about 1% of the required masks that's needed for medical professionals. Again, let me just repeat that. There's only 1% of the required masks that's needed for medical professionals. We're not even talking about general population. Now, this is the reason why custom mask makers are actually making a portion or donating a portion of their proceeds to these local hospitals to help. I mean, we went over the numbers. If you look at it just in LA County and United States alone, there's so many people that we're actually lacking enough face masks. So not to mention, most people have more than one mask. Because masks have become a main focal point of your face, it's now become just like t-shirts, where t-shirts have always was always a way of self-expression. Masks now are also a way of self-expression, where now you can find different designs for masks. And because you can find different designs for masks, and because they've actually become a way of self-expression, because it's your main focal point, most people have more than one mask. So with that being said, I actually found this really amazing success story that I wanted to share with everyone. And what's interesting is that there's this small business in Seattle, Washington, who launched her online business. Now, her online business was brand new, and it was under cosmetics and candles. Now, keep in mind, she launched this online business in January of year 2020. Needless to say, when COVID-19 hit, her revenue dropped and went down to zero. She had nothing left. Now, of course, instead of accepting defeat, what this particular business owner did is she pivoted her business very quickly, and she started making custom masks. Now, what's interesting and what I found about her business is that she actually priced her masks anywhere between $35 to $50, which is really, really high. But her business model was that with every mask bought, she donated a mask to her local hospital. Because of that, she received such a great response that she was able to hire 4 additional staff members up to today, just to keep full-time staff members, I should say, just to keep up with production. Now, this is only one of many, many, many success stories that I've heard with small businesses pivoting their businesses during these times to not only stay afloat, but also help their local communities. Now that we know that there's such a huge demand for face masks, let's look a little bit into what profit you can actually make when you're making these particular face masks. First of all, we want to look at the ink. Now, because it's such a small section on ink, you're looking at anywhere between 25 cents to 50 cents on ink cost. But just for calculation purposes, to keep things simple, let's say it costs us 50 cents per ink, for the ink per mask, okay? Now, of course, you need to purchase blank masks, blank cotton masks. Now, of course, depending on which mask wholesaler you go to, they're going to be anywhere between 65 cents to $1.50. Again, let's keep things super simple and say the mask cost us $1.50 to make. So now we're at 50 cents for the ink, $1.50 for the mask. We add that together, our cost is basically $2. Now we know for these particular masks, you can sell this anywhere between $15, $10, all the way up to $25, $20, $35, and just like I mentioned to you earlier, that Seattle-based business sold her mask for up to $50 on some of the masks. But let's be really conservative and say we only sold our masks for $15 each. Now, if we take the $15, we minus our cost, our profit, our cost of $2, that means we're making a profit of $13. Now, let's just say in 1 month, we sold 500 masks. Now, that's being very conservative, because as you've seen with those numbers that we just discussed in the previous slide, there's many people that need masks. So, again, 500 masks a month is not too bad, but let's just say that we only sold 500. So $15 times 500, that's $7,500 that you made that month. Minus our cost, that's $1,000 in cost. So that leaves us with $6,500 of revenue, of profit that you've made that month. Now you take that and you do that 3 months in a row, your 90 days profit is almost $20,000. Amazing, right? So super easy to make, super quick, and you'll see again with our demonstration in a bit. Now, I always like to leave everyone with tips. How do I market? Well, number one, you want to market that your masks are made in the USA. The reason being is because you'll have an audience that's looking for quicker turnaround time. There's many mask companies that are out there now that are advertising on Amazon or online or even on Facebook and Instagram that when you do order from them, it takes about 30 to 45 days to get your masks. And the reason being is because most of these masks are being manufactured or made outside of the United States. So when you're marketing, you want to let them know, number one, you're made in the US. Number two, you want to let them know that you have a quick turnaround time. That's the reason why that Seattle-based business hired 4 additional members to make sure that she continues to bring out and produce the masks that are being required of her. Second, you want to make sure that you let them know that these are custom masks. So you want to have your designs ready, have your own particular designs on your website, Instagram, again, Facebook, so they can see what type of designs they can make. Also, let them know that if they want, they can send you their particular design. One really funny design that I saw just recently with one of my customers is she actually had a client of hers send her a picture of her face. So she ended up printing the bottom half of her face on the face mask. So it looks like she was smiling all the time, even though she was wearing her mask. And I thought that was pretty clever. So you want to let them know that they can absolutely give you their particular designs because these are custom masks. At the same time, whenever you're purchasing masks, you want to make sure that you're purchasing the better quality masks. Okay, some of them have a little filter insert where you can actually insert a new filter in there. So with the better quality mask, you can actually charge a little bit more as well. Also, you want to make sure that you have your pricing ready. So have your pricing ready for small orders. So say if someone orders 1 mask versus someone who ordered 50 to 100 to 200 to 300 masks. What's not good is that when you get an order for a mask and you don't know how much your pricing is for those large orders and you're scrambling to find that. So definitely have your pricing ready for any type of order, small all the way to large. Also, you want to make sure that you're thinking about giving back to your community. As a Seattle-based business, as I mentioned to you, for every mask that was bought, she donated a mask to her local community. So think about areas within your community where you know that some people are looking for these types of accessories and they just don't have the means to do it. Churches, nonprofit organizations, hospitals, clinics, definitely think about giving back. And make sure that your audience members knows that you're actually giving back to these communities. Also, you want to think about who lasts. You want to think about who you are going to market to. So make a list of different businesses. I found on uschamber.com a list of booming businesses during these times. So cleaning services, delivery services, drive-in movie theaters, stores, liquor stores, wine stores, meal prep, landscaping, yard care companies. We also know that retail stores are starting to open, malls are starting to open. Restaurants are starting to open, so definitely list all these businesses that's near you and market to them, okay? So that's how much money you can actually make when it comes to printing custom masks. Now let's go ahead next, look at our t-shirt profit, because we know that, of course, our t-shirts, our direct-to-garment t-shirt printers can also print on, of course, different types of apparel, but let's focus on just t-shirts for now. Now, of course, whenever you're looking at shirts, your costs are just slightly different. Typically with ink costs on shirts, depending on how big the image is, you're looking anywhere between 30 cents to 90 cents on ink costs. So again, let's round up and say it costs $1 for us on ink. Then you want to look at blank shirts. Okay, so blank shirts, you're going to be paying anywhere between 85 cents to a couple bucks for a blank shirt, depending on size and color. Now, again, let's round it up and say that you're spending $2 on ink, on your blank shirt. So $1 on ink, $2 on your blank shirt. So now your cost for making a shirt is now $3. So let's say that you sold those particular shirts for $13 a piece. Now we know t-shirts are not normally $13 a piece. They're anywhere between, 15, 20, 25. I know most of the shirts I've purchased are about $25. So let's just say that we purchased this one, or sold this one, sorry, for $13. So $13 minus our $3 in cost, that means we're making $10 on profit per shirt. So again, let's keep things simple. We only sell 500 shirts that month. 500 at $13 each, you're making a profit of $5,000 that particular month. Now, say you sold 1,000 shirts, you're now making a profit of $10,000 that particular month, or that 2 months, or that 3 months. Regardless of how long it took you to sell those 1,000 shirts, making a $10,000 profit is an amazing number. Keep in mind, those who wear masks also wear shirts. So if you're marketing to local businesses, most of those businesses, like delivery services and restaurants, also wear uniforms. So try to make it a package deal as well. So let them know, hey, for every mask you buy, you also get a free shirt. You can price it that way, or for every shirt that you buy, you get a free mask. So now you can raise your prices, or make sure that there is a package deal. Make sure that they know that you're able to provide both shirts and masks, towels, anything that they particularly may have a logo on, you can print on it for them. Okay? So again, amazing numbers when it comes to how much money you can make when it comes to t-shirt printing. So next we want to talk about how you can get these custom masks, platens. But before we do that, you can also check out customplatens.com. You can, they have many different platens on there. You'll be able to expand your direct-to-garment printing abilities. But before you go there, let me go ahead and show you a demo for customplatens.com on their face masks. Now let's go ahead and play the printing on masks demonstration. Now what you see here is our RI1000 printer, and this is one of the custom platens that were developed, and you can see this is for printing on half. This is a demonstration on how to install the custom platen. It's very simple. You can just unscrew it and screw it in. Very simple, just like that. And then now it's immovable, and now you can go ahead and place the mask on top. And here is the custom mask, again, printing from the RI1000 printer. Really simple, really easy. You can do 3 at a time with these particular platens. So you saw the half platen. This is the full platen that you see here. And this is a short demonstration on the koozie platen that you see here if you wanted to print for koozies as well. Really easy to install. Perfect. Awesome. So now that we've seen that, we'll go ahead and start and show you the RI1000 demo on how we print on t-shirts. And the next person that's going to be doing this demonstration for us is Chuck Northcutt, and he's in Texas, and he'll go ahead and share a couple of shirts and print a couple of shirts for us there.
Hey, good morning. My name is Chuck Northcutt with Anajet and RICOH. I am the Business Development Manager for the DTG portion of RICOH. We're going to be doing a short demonstration of the RICOH Ri1000 this morning. We're here at Wild Texas Tees, courtesy of Tom Picar and his shop. This is a fully functioning shop, and this printer is a production printer. So this is actually pretty simple. We're going to lay a shirt on the platen. It's already pre-treated. This particular shirt is from RTP Apparel. You can buy these already pre-treated, so you don't have to do that yourself. So we align the shirt, make sure it's straight using the seams. We pull any wrinkles out of the printer. We want to make sure that it is flat. It gets scanned by a laser when it goes in. If it's not flat, it will kick the shirt out, and it will not print until you get rid of the wrinkle or the bump. The next step is to choose the job we want. We have a flash drive loaded with RIP files. We're going to go to the touchscreen menu. We're going to choose USB, and then we're simply going to select which drive or which graphic do we want. These are all the images that are actually loaded on the flash drive. We're going to choose this leopard for the first print. Now you'll notice that it shows you the design on the screen, so you can make sure you have the proper design selected. From there, we're going to tell it to take the table in and start the printing process. What it's going to do here is it's scanning that shirt to make sure it's flat, and it will start printing. So the video you just saw was obviously time-lapse. The actual print time was just slightly under 3 minutes. You can see the finished product here, nice and vibrant. One of the nice things about DTG is I can print another one of exactly this image, or I can immediately switch just by loading a new design right from the flash drive or from the network. You have the ability to switch seamlessly from graphic to graphic to graphic. Zero setup time, just load the graphic, push print. Very cost-effective way to do small and medium runs, keep your customer setup charge minimum to none if you prefer, and to deliver graphics like no silkscreener can do. Here are some other examples that we printed in the shop recently. Also done on this printer. I don't even know how to count the number of colors in there, but I can seamlessly switch from the leopard print to this just at the push of a button. This was done from a JPEG. Look at the quality of the photograph. You can even see the reflection in the dog's eyes. Just the level of detail is incredible. Now people ask about the cost. That varies a lot by the graphic you're printing. A graphic like this leopard, probably 70, 80 cents. A graphic like the photograph you saw could be $1.25 to $1.50. It all depends on the size and how much ink you're using. The speed of the printer and the speed at which it prints is also going to be different based on the graphic. The more negative space and the smaller the graphic, the faster it prints. In a CMYK print like this, there's probably 15 to 25 cents in ink, and this probably printed in 30 or 40 seconds. So from this point, what needs to happen is this needs to be cured. The print is wet, but it's not drippy wet. I can touch it, but I can smear it. So from here, we would take this off, and we would take it to the heat press to be cured, at which point it's ready for customer delivery. It takes 90 seconds for a dark print, 45 seconds for a light print. This is the garment we just printed in the image. It's been heat pressed, so it's ready to deliver to the customer. One of the nice things now is this image is part of the shirt. We can take this shirt and we can stretch this image and this shirt, and you can see we might damage the shirt, but the image is going to stay on there. The image will last as long as the shirt does. The shirt will fade over time. After 20 washes, this is going to be a dark gray shirt, not a black shirt, and the image will fade lightly as the shirt fades, but it will never crack, it will never peel, it will never go away. The printer is very versatile. It will print on flat goods, so it's not just t-shirts and sweatshirts. Here we have a bag ready to print. We're going to choose our design, tell it to print it. You can see again on screen it's called up the design, and now we're going to send it into the printer. Again, this is going to be scanned to make sure it's flat. And if it is, it will commence printing. This will be done in one pass because it's CMYK only, so it will print significantly faster and at significantly less cost. You can see the print is done. The colors are nice and bright. I'll pull it off so you can get a close look here. And now this will go to the heat press to be dried. So to kind of quickly wrap things up, the RICOH Ri1000 DTG printer, easy to use, easy to set up, very versatile, easy to print on t-shirts, bags, sweatshirts, even socks, which are a really hot item these days. Very profitable, will print full color graphics. Pretty much anything you or your customer can get on a computer screen can be printed directly on a garment. I will include a link to a return on investment calculator along with this video, and we hope to hear from you soon. Please give us a call if we can answer any questions or be of any help.
Thanks so much, Chuck, for that presentation. As he mentioned, he was using ColorGate RIP software. You'll notice that with the ColorGate RIP software, it's beautiful. You'll be able to do subtle shading, bold colors, crisp, high resolution details. It also has an ink cost calculator, so you'll also be able to, it's not a guessing game as to how much it costs to print each image, but instead you'll exactly know how much it is, and you'll be able to see the exact cost for each image all the way down to the penny with this ink cost calculator. It also has advanced color management, so it's amazing. And again, we can contact us and we can give you a little bit more details on the ColorGate RIP software. So you can see here that with the RI1000 DTG printer, the possibilities are endless. We have won multiple awards from the SGIA 2019 Product of the Year Award. We won Dark Shirt Printing Award, where we beat a lot of our competitors. We also were the CES 2019 Innovation Award honoree. We won the Red Hot Technology Award, and we were, of course, named as Best of Small Businesses Award in 2019. So thank you all for joining us here today. We appreciate your time, and we hope that you contact us if you have any questions. And once again, have a wonderful day, and thank you.